everyone, and welcome to a Friday Favorites. I also want to say thank you to Fresh for sponsoring this video. I have loved Fresh for a really long time. I've been a huge fan, so it's pretty special to me to be working with them. I'm going to start off with some of my beauty faves. First up, hair product. I have been using the Bondi Boost HG shampoo. I love that it's minty. It feels really refreshing when I use this in my hair. I feel like it gets all of the product buildup out. I also feel like the mintiness is really soothing for my scalp too. Ugh. This is just so good. This is the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Sleeping Mask. It is amazing, and I have never used a product quite like this. I've used so much of mine, and I apologize because mine has kind of gotten mixed together because it's been jostled around in my suitcase. What's really cool and unique about this product is that on one side there is a gel, and then on the other side there's a cream. I put the gel layer on first, and it immediately feels really cooling and soothing and just nice on my skin after I've washed my face, and if I decide to use a toner or something before. I let that sink in for a second, and then I follow up with the cream, and I feel like the cream really locks everything in. And what's cool about this is that it releases moisture over time in your skin as you sleep. And when I wake up, my skin just feels really hydrated and glowy, and there's no residue on my face. There's like nothing on my pillow, because sometimes masks, especially masks that you sleep with, can kind of like sit on top of your skin and rub off on your pillow, but this does not do that at all. It really just gets in there. And I have used this during the day, TBH, and I like it during the day too. It's great on a plane. Oh my God. Traveling, ugh, this stuff, savior, so good. I have been back and using the soy face cleanser from Fresh. Over the summer, I have just experienced a lot of irritation on my skin. It's really interesting because I've never experienced this before, where I think it was the heat that would irritate my skin, and I've just been getting little rashes and kind of itchy bumps on my face that get worse when I go out into the heat. Same thing happens for me with bug bites. When I go outside and it's hot, it's like they just get super inflamed and irritated. And I feel like this cleanser has just really helped to soothe my skin. It cleans my skin. It never leaves my skin feeling stripped. I love how it smells like cucumber, and every time I use it, I just get excited and I feel comforted at the same time. Like, yes, I'm back with my old friend. I know we're good together, and this is gonna be a great experience. Another old friend I'm using again is the Fresh Black Tea Kombucha Facial Treatment Essence. I really love this because one, it has been helpful with like the itchy inflammation that I've been experiencing, but two, I love this because it is so hydrating, but it's really light. So I love patting this on my skin. It feels really refreshing. I feel like sometimes I can just get away with using this if I put on multiple layers of it and I don't even have to use a moisturizer. I've gone through bottles of this before. I'm back. It's good stuff. And I do feel like it helps protect my skin from pollution because this is an anti-pollution product, and I do notice a difference just with like the clarity and irritation level of my skin. This product really helps me. I did not mean for this to be like so much Fresh, but it just is what it is, you know? This is what I'm really using. For makeup, I am back and using the Mercier translucent powder. I've been using Glossier Wowder for a while, but now that I can see like the side-by-side difference, I'm like, there is no comparison to the Mercier translucent powder. It is just so finely milled. It's so lovely on the skin. I feel like I don't need as many touch-ups throughout the day. It really sets my makeup. It has this really subtle blurring effect, and I love using it with the Mercier puff. If you want to see how I use this in a tutorial, I have a special like taco pat method. Another thing from Mercier that I've really been loving is this blush. It is ginger. It is a really beautiful, warm peach color. I love that it has a warmth to it and that it's really buildable, and it's just really lovely to use. There's no sparkle in it either. It's a totally matte blush. I feel like especially for fall, I am just really into the warm colors, especially on my face. Speaking of warmth, another thing from Laura Mercier. Okay, I love the caviar eye sticks. This is no secret. I just keep using them. They're so easy to use. They're really light if you travel with them. I love that they're these pencils. You can like scribble them on your eyes, blend them out with your fingers. You don't need any tools to use this product. My recent fave has been Burnished Bronze, which I have on right now. This is such a beautiful color for fall. It's kind of like a plummy bronze. You can easily blend it out so it gets smudgy. That's what I did today. And it's just beautiful. These caviar eye sticks, oh my God. One of the best things Laura Mercier has ever done. I've been using a new brow gel because I am tired of how quickly my Glossier Boy Brow disappears and dries up. So I am using Benefit's 24-hour brow setter. This is a clear brow gel. One, I like the brow gel because I feel like it holds my brows in place. But two, I've noticed that one side of the brush has short little bristles and then the other side has longer bristles. I like starting off with the longer side because that really combs through all of my brow hairs. And then I flip it over to the shorter side to really get them in the place where I want them to be. I just haven't used anything like it before, and I'm into it. For lips, I have a couple lip products here. Both of them I have on right now. The first one is Armani Maharaja lipstick. This is so beautiful. I'm gonna swatch it next to the brown smudge. Ugh, it's just so good. It's this magenta, it's super bright and rich, and it also has really subtle blue iridescent flecks in it. This color is unlike any other color I have had. That was like a really light touch too, and it's one of those colors that stains my lips. Even if I just have it on for a little bit, the color stain will stay on my lips through the next day. Love stuff like that. You know what this reminds me of? That CoverGirl lipstick Tempt that I loved years ago that they discontinued that would stain my lips, and it was like this beautiful berry color. This lipstick does the same thing, and I love that. So today I have combined it with my fresh sugar lip treatment, which is Sugar in the City, which you guys have seen before. And this genuinely is a favorite because I love the sugar lip treatments, but I also just love this color that I have co-created with Fresh. So you can see the two colors side by side with the brown smudge in the middle. But I think these two colors really complement each other, and I have them both on today. I feel like Sugar in the City adds depth to Maharaja. I also get a ton of moisture out of this because Maharaja can be a little bit drying, especially as you wear it longer. So it's great to layer these two up, and I just love the combination. So that's what I'm doing with Sugar in the City right now. Something that I have really been loving is making matcha at home. And if you watched my Vlogmas in July videos, then you saw when I got this matcha and how I learned to make matcha at home. So it's really just been a whole transformation for me. While I love the taste of coffee, it does tend to make me jittery. Even if I have like 1 cup of coffee, I just notice that like my heart starts racing a lot faster, and I wasn't liking the feeling of having that crash in the early afternoon. And so I started drinking matcha, and I love the taste of matcha. This wasn't always the case. When I was younger, I didn't love the taste of matcha, but now I really do. And I've been using the Matchaful Jade Grade organic matcha. What I've noticed with matcha is that I still get like the pick-me-up from the caffeine, but I don't have a crash in the middle of the day, and it does not make me jittery at all. Last, I have a couple books to talk about, one that I'm almost finished with and one that I am about to start. The one that I am almost finished with is called The Only Street in Paris, and this is written by Elaine Sciolino. She was the former Paris bureau chief for the New York Times. Initially, she and her husband moved there for work, and they thought that they would be living there for like 3 years, and they haven't moved back to the States since. So I feel like if I were to ever move to Paris, it would turn into something like that. I love Paris. It is one of my favorite cities, and this entire book is literally about one street in Paris. She literally just takes you down the street and talks about everything from the cheese shops to the history behind the street, all of the different people who frequented the street who are famous in art history or literature. It feels like you're on a walking tour with her, and I love walking tours. So I cannot wait to visit this street in Paris because I'm just gonna be like wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. The next book that I'm going to be starting soon is called Fleischman is in Trouble, and this is by Taffy Brodesser-Akner. Some of you might be familiar with Taffy's work. She's pretty famous for the profiles that she does. More recently, her profile on Gwyneth Paltrow went viral, and that was a profile that I read and I really loved. This is her first novel that she has ever written, and it is like my favorite genre, which is like domestic fiction. I love me some good domestic drama in a book. I'm going away in a couple days and I'm gonna start digging into this book, and I cannot wait. I've heard from people who have read it that it is so good. Another favorite of mine has been Small Victories. So each week I try to record these small victories which help me to build momentum. They help encourage me, especially if I'm doing something that's like scary or difficult to me. I've been sharing some of my small victories over on the One Step Podcast Instagram. So over on the Instagram, we have been sharing things about the podcast, but I'm also making stories and IGTVs that are exclusive to the Instagram account and are not about like the podcast episodes. So it's just a different way to connect with you guys and a different way for you guys to connect with me. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited about the podcast. If you haven't listened to the podcast, you can check it out on Apple. And I'm just really excited that it's here, and I'm excited because we have some pretty cool things planned. So that is going to be it for my fall favorites. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so you can get notified when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.